What's up, guys and girls of the internet? I'm Kaz, and in today's video I'm gonna bring you a tip from experience. You know how they say experience is the best teacher? Well, this is a tip directly from my experience from having 2 YouTube channels, and after having the first one, having to restart and start a second one. This is something that I wish I had done with the first one, and it's something I wish I had done correctly, because I may have not had the reason to create the second one. So before I get into that particular tip, trust me, it's a really good tip, right? How this topic came about was I work in IT, right? And if anybody who works around any type of specialist area that has a lot of calls coming in, whatever big organization you work for, you realize that you're a very busy person. So I work upstairs in IT, and as I was walking downstairs to do some work with one of the other officers who was having issues, one of my colleagues stopped me and he was like, "Hey, what's up? I know you was doing your YouTube thing." Now, I kind of cringed because it was like, yeah, I was on YouTube like 2 years ago. That's what I'm saying in my head, but I had to stop and I haven't really posted. I'm out of practice. Although I know how to still post videos, YouTube is one of those things that you gotta have like inspiration to do. It's art, and if anybody tries to create this particular art, it can come off real, I guess, disingenuous or just not genuine, right? But I told him, I said, yeah, you know, I haven't really posted in a long time, but I do want to get back into it. And this was around the time when I had just like kind of capsized on a lot of negative things that was happening in my life, and I was just getting like this groove back to want to create again, this creative spirit. Because for you guys that don't know, like 2 years ago, the reason why I stopped was some legal issues. But anyway, fast forward, here comes the tip. So as I was talking to him, and he seemed very inspired. He was like, "I want to start a YouTube channel," or he had one. And most people have YouTube channels who ever created like a Gmail account. A lot of people just don't know they have one and never really try to put anything on it. I understand that, but he's a person striving for better, and I just saw it, and I saw the glimmer of hope in him, the hope that I saw in myself when I wanted to start a YouTube channel at first. So I said, all right, cool, I can give him some advice. And this is the advice that I gave him. It was really, you know, like when you tell someone something off your like the most honest thing you could find at that particular moment, and it just so happened that it's like a eureka moment. So that's what happened. So I said, okay, cool. The one tip that I would give you would be, before you just jump into creating a YouTube channel and creating videos and doing thumbnails and all that, that's fine. You know, the content is good, the thumbnails is good, and telling people all that, etc. is good. But the one thing I would tell you to do before you even try to create a YouTube channel, listen to me carefully now. The very first thing I would tell you to do is take some time to yourself. Sit down, whether it be in the dark or some place of solace and solitude. Think deep within yourself. Not if you want to start a YouTube channel. I'm not trying to discourage you. And I told him, I said, the first thing you should try to think about is the name of your YouTube channel. Let that resonate in your brain for a second. It seems to be so subtle. The simple name of a YouTube channel. Well, the reason why this is so important is a lot of people create names that forces them to be boxed into a genre. And the problem with this is we grow up and we change through life. All right, we change. 2 years ago to now, yeah, I'm the same person, but a lot of things changed about me, and I did mature on a lot of things. My views on some things are different. The way I speak, the way I speak on topics are different. My accent is still the same, but the way I speak on different things is just different now. So I told him to find a deep spot, find a dark place to relax and just to think about his name, so that he doesn't get boxed in. And I told him to not name his channel after, let's say, engineer tech or something like IP gaming, or don't do that. What I told him was, get people to appreciate you, get people to appreciate who you are as a person, and allow them to love, or not so much love. I guess some people would love you, because there's different grades of love. You could appreciate somebody, and that's a form of love. I guess that's one of the lower grades, and then you could really feel for them, either romantically or friendship wise. But with you coming on YouTube and you opening up your feelings, your mind, your thoughts to persons out there, it becomes a closeness between you and your subscribers if you do put genuine content out there. And your name is so important, because once you get them to appreciate you, whatever you create will be just golden to them, because they have a connection with you. I have a connection with a lot of my subscribers, and because I have this connection with them, although I'm not posting on what I used to post on Cody, they understand. A lot of my subscribers understand that, hey, I don't want Kaz to get in trouble. He already put himself on the line for us for a while now, and I still doing my legitimate Cody add-ons and etc. But a lot of people don't want me to put those type of content back out there, because they don't want me to get in problems, because they genuinely feel some type of attachment. And believe it or not, in my time on YouTube, I actually made a lot of friends, associates, whatever you want to call it. But I made a lot of connections with persons around the world who I had never seen in eye to eye. And this all goes back to creating a name for yourself. It doesn't have to be a split personality. It doesn't have to be any of that stuff. It just has to be something that you could see yourself with it. And I also recommended to never put your real name. And that was the main problem with my first channel. My real name is Kaz Wallace, and that was the name of my first channel. And when I restarted, I didn't really know what I wanted to name myself. So I just said SimplyCaz, because a lot of people try to say my name is Chaz, and what they say, Chaz and Charles and all this, but my name is Kaz. It's like car without the R, with a Z. But anyway, I thought that was a really, really good tip that I gave him, and I had to actually write that down, because that came right from my heart. And that was one of those moments where I wish someone years ago had told me that a name was so important on YouTube. Way more important before you start creating videos, because you don't want to get popular on let's say angry gamer. You don't want to get popular using a tag like I'm angry gamer, and then you get tired of being angry. And what happens is that you are going to, because you get tired of it, you're going to reach the point where you just feel forced to do it. So you're either going to stop doing it, or you're going to continue doing it, but it's not going to be of same quality. And that was the reason why I left, because I could not find that inspiration, that burn in me to create on that level that I used to create on. And for some reason, I got it back after I took a long break from it, and I feel like my burn is there. And my burn for YouTube, my burn to share my thoughts to my subscribers around the world is actually different. Like how they say you could love people differently. It's different now, because Back then it was more, I had to get these videos quickly, and I had to keep intact with what's going on with Cody. But now it's all my videos that I actually post now gonna be straight from what I believe, straight from what I think, you know. So I'm gonna give you raw and uncut me. But yeah, so the one tip I would give everybody who is looking into starting a YouTube channel would be, think about your name first. Sit down in the dark, think about your name. Once you get a name locked in, that's about you, not about what you want your channel to be about. Let that name be you. You could always change the content up, but that name is yours forever. You good. Also, another side tip, I didn't really think about putting this in the video, but another quick tip that I would give you when starting a YouTube channel after you think about your name would be, try your endeavor best to not inform any of your friends, family, anybody close to you. You know how they say the person's close to you could hurt you the most? Don't inform them that you have this YouTube channel, and the reason for that is those are the persons who are going to give you the most discouragement. Those are the persons, when they do discourage you or say something negative towards your creative thoughts, it's going to be a great bump in your road to strive. And if you're not extremely strong, it may stop you from posting and believing in yourself and continuously posting on whatever you want to post on. Versus if someone just randomly say, oh, this video is garbage, then you don't really feel any way about it, because you could either delete the comment or just leave it and don't really care about it, you know. That's pretty much it. If you have any other questions on what you want me to tell you about how it is to start a YouTube channel, just let me know in the comments. Subscribe and click the notification bell. That would be great. And until next time, I guess we'll continue this talk. All right, so this is, I guess, one of my first episodes in my Let's Talk playlist. Let's roll.